Alright guys, welcome back to the Move Better Project. We're here at Windy City CrossFit today. We've got Coach Sam and Coach Dre here. We're going to talk about the hollow position. So this is a way to train the most important thing that you have to do when you're moving, whether it's exercise or just throughout your daily life, which is keeping the shape of your spine stable and being able to protect the spinal cord, the vertebral column. It starts right here, it goes all the way down here to my sacrum. And I have to be able to, when I move, whether I'm doing squats, running, or whatever, keep that shape stable and without moving it. So when I squat, I'm not overextending, I'm not rounding, I'm not moving anything. So we're going to directly work on that with some basic static holds and some small movements. The first position we're going to do is just right on your back. So we're going to go over here next to Coach Dre. And first, you got to find your hollow position. So what we need to do is, if you look from the side, I'm going to create a relationship between my pelvis here and my rib cage here. And what I want to do is, from the top of my pelvis and the bottom of my rib cage, I'm going to close down the distance between those two. So this is a little bit of an exaggerated position, a little bit flexed, or kind of crunched in here. And when we move, we'd be a little bit more upright. But this is just a way to emphasize activating your abdominals and all the muscles that kind of keep that spine stable when you move. So, first position, you just gotta find that hollow feeling. So I'm gonna lie my back here, and this natural curve comes between my lower back and the ground. There's a little bit of space there. What we're gonna do is make that space disappear. So I can pull my legs up, bend my knees, until I can get my tailbone off the ground. So I can just kind of lift up my pelvis, I can reach straight up here if I want to. Any position in here is fine. And then my shoulders, once I get my pelvis to tilt backward and this to come up, I gotta pull my ribs down as well and lift my shoulder blades off the ground. So that basic position, I can lift up my pelvis, get tucked, reach forward, pull my shoulders in, and I'm kind of in a ball here. I can reach my feet up, I can reach my hands up. Any of these positions, you will feel that pressure between your lower back and the ground. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about a hollow position. You can see where you're at with this by doing a simple drill. And just going on your back, lift up your legs up in the air, lift up your hands. And then I'm going to feel my lower back pressing on the ground. If you got a training partner, you can have them put their fingers right there and just feel the lower back pushing into the mat. So I can come up here, reach up, and then I want to keep my lower back pressed into the ground and slowly open up. I'm trying to get as extended as I can without my lower back lifting up off the ground. If I can get all the way out, it's awesome. But the main thing is I'm not opening up. I'm not breaking my position, lifting my ribs up. So fault would look like starting here, and then if I get up to one, I can't maintain it, my shoulders kind of open up like that. That's a really exaggerated movement. For you, it will probably look more like just relaxing. Oh no, I'm totally still holding. Once you lose that position, that's the end of your range. So, a few ways we can train this. We can work on some basic positions and then over time increasing leverage. So number one would be a bent hollow body. And this is just a more tucked position where my lever is a little shorter. I'm going to lie my back here, knees bent to about 90 degrees, lift my shoulders up with my chin on my chest, lift my feet up, lower back's pressing on the ground, abs are really tight. And I can hold that, work my way up to doing sets of a minute. If you can do 5 sets of a minute with 1 minute rest, you're a beast. We move on to the next thing, which would be the position we were just in doing that drill, legs extended, arms extended, kind of a folded hollow here. If I can do that, I'll work my way out to a full hollow position, long hollow position here. And all these you work your way up until you can do a minute straight, 5 sets. Once I can do those static holds, then I'm going to add a little bit of movement and do what we call hollow rock. Hollow rock, I would start again in my bent position. All I want to do is just very slightly get a little bit of motion. It's like I'm a rocking chair on the porch, gust of wind by. I see a lot of people doing hollow rocks and they're kind of doing some huge motion. That's really not what you want. It's just a very small rock in the lower back. Same thing, you can do that hollow rock in the tucked position, V position, long hollow position. If you can be out here in a long hollow and go 60 rocks in a row, do that for 5 sets, you're a beast, okay? So that's something to aspire to. Some basic positions we can work on to strengthen and stabilize your spine, really important. Give it a shot. We'll see you next time.